All right, everyone. So what I'm trying to do here is show you guys how you can get the uh, access for MyLab. So when we all got set up, we clicked on our MyLab link and we got set up with our class because most of us did the temporary access for 14 days. Okay, so let me see. Let me come back over here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go to my courses. I don't even know which class I'm in right now, but let's take a look. Okay, so this is my online class, right? But guys, it doesn't really matter which class you're doing. Okay, so just to give you a heads up, y'all, this is going to apply specifically for Math 100. But there's a couple of ways you can get to your assignments. So I just want to kind of show you this real quick. This is, again, specifically for Math 100, but in Math 100, y'all, you can click on each of those, and those will take you directly to your assignments, right? You can click on each of those links. Same thing for week 2. Okay, there's links there. But also, when you click on the MyLab link that we had, let's see, where was it? Right here. It'll take me to assignments here. Now, the only thing, this is just specifically for Math 100, y'all. If you're in my 0013, 0032 or 1332, everything comes up nice and neat for you guys. Same thing with the 0014. But again, this is specifically for Math 100. By default, it always just lists homework. So if you click on all assignments, you'll see here's the quiz, right? But again, just a heads up, y'all, the link to the quiz is also right here. Okay, so you have two options there. Anyway, what I really wanted to point out is how do you obtain your access? Because we all did the 14-day free trial. So when I click on my courses right here, y'all, just to give you a heads up, there's a bunch of them that are going to come up because I'm teaching, quite a few courses, right? But like here's one, say for my Math 100. Again, if you're in the 0014 or the 0032, it works exactly the same way. Okay, it's going to tell me I need to upgrade my access because it says, hey, look, it's going to expire in 6 days. Y'all, if I waited 6 days, it would take me directly to this page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Upgrade Access. Okay, so if you notice here, there's two ways you can purchase it directly online through Pearson. One of them is $125, one of them is $75. And you might say, well, look, this is definitely the way I'm going to go. And I would agree with you. This is the only part. Let's see. After 18 weeks, you would need to buy that option again. Our class is 16 weeks, so 18 weeks is perfectly enough time. The only thing is, if you do not make it through the course, for whatever, and again, I hope everybody does, but for whatever reason, right? If something happens mid-semester and you have to drop out because of work or whatever it happens to be, when you were to repeat the class, you'd have to buy it again. So sometimes people say, well, you know what? Life's kind of a little iffy right now. I'm going to go with this one. Y'all, the only thing I'm going to say is, and this is again specifically for Math 100. And actually for the 0014 too, but ours is a 6-week class, so it's a little bit different. But starting in the fall, we're probably going to have a new textbook. So if you were to have to repeat the course, I would say, and you did this option, I would say you'd want to do it in the summertime, okay? But anyway, you can buy it through here, right? I would probably click this link here and just try to do my best to make it through the course. There is an option for actually entering an access code. If you live close to one of the STC campuses, you can go to a bookstore, you can buy the code. They have a little cardboard thing, you can just say, I need to get a MyLab access code, and they'll get you one. It's probably going to be more along the lines of this amount right here. But if you don't feel comfortable buying stuff online, this is definitely a way to go. The third option, y'all, to get the actual access code itself is some people will say, look, let me do a little Google search for MyLab access code, and let me go to shopping, and let me see what pops up here. So like there's one right here from Amazon. It looks like it goes from 48 to 65. Guys, stay away from used. You don't want to use code. Codes work once, okay? So if somebody's trying to sell you a used code, it's usually a bad idea. It's kind of like if I go to the doctor and get a shot, I don't want him to use a used syringe, right? Now, the only thing I will say is this going to work? Let's see, if I look at the ratings, there's a few people that say there's 1 star, why? I don't know. Personally, every one of my students who've used it before has gotten it to work. Sometimes there's been a little bit of an issue. Like here, obviously, there's one, this was back in 2013, so maybe that may not be the most, Those look pretty old. Like this was in February of this last year. That's also pretty old too. But anyway, I had one student last year, so I don't know where they got theirs. I don't know if it was through Amazon or eBay or something, but it didn't work. But everybody else, they've always got it to work. But again, if you notice, it's $65. Buying it here, let me see, did I get rid of that window? Here we go. Buying it here, it's $75. Is it a big deal? You know, maybe, maybe not. And this is guaranteed to work, okay? Anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up. That's how you get your MyLab access.